this happened yesterday as I was hooking up the water there. So yeah, gonna have to figure out how to fix this. So this is our 2009 Classic, and this is where our city water inlet was. I removed it, taking off the 4 screws on each corner, and then I was able to just kind of twist it to get it loose from the fitting in there, right there. But as you can see, that's going to need to be retightened after I get the new one. And you also have the black water flush, which is the bottom one right there, that comes in on this side of that box. And then your water drain right here, that is right there, that you're supposed to tighten after you put the new one in. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that with this box. I've already undone the screw right there in the back. There was another screw right here and right there, and then 2 more on this side, right there and right there in the back corner. You can see that. Actually had to use this little tool to get that. So I was able to get all of those loose, and it loosened the box up. It appears that the whole box will come down except for those water lines that are connected to it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to connect those back after I replace it, and how to get this box out, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll figure it out. So what I did was just reached in that hole and undid both of the water lines from those 2, and then the whole box just kind of dropped out. So I guess what I may have to do is cut a hole in the bottom of this side and make a little plate to go over it, put the box back up, and then tighten it up. I guess we're gonna have to figure that out, but yeah, so there's the water lines. So the box was pretty rusted up, as you can see, a lot of rust on it. That piece, decided to take it apart and go ahead and sand it and repaint it. I don't know why Airstream didn't make these out of aluminum, but there you go. Also, I figured that since this hole where the city water inlet is, it's a 3.5-inch hole, and I'm able to fit my hand through it to do the fittings, I'm going to go ahead and drill a 3.5-inch hole in this side with my hole saw so I can reach up and do it. And then bought a piece of metal from Home Depot. So I cut a 4.5-inch piece out of it, and with the hole saw, and I'm just gonna put that over the 3.5-inch hole after I hook up the water lines, and yeah, that should do it. We'll see. Well, because these boxes were so incredibly rusted, I actually brought them and all of the components and had them powder coated in aluminum color to match the Airstream. So I took out both boxes and did it. So now I'm going to try and reassemble them without destroying them too much, but as you can see, the rust on there was really bad. So they've been sandblasted and powder coated, and yeah, now we're gonna put these babies back on and just see how good they look. So a big gaping hole up in there where the water lines go up into the floor of the camper, so I filled it up with some spray foam insulation up in there, and I'm also caulking all around the seams on the outside of that panel, try and keep dirt and dust and crap from getting up in there, and kind of insulate a little bit of hope. I'll do it on this side as well, around the seams, try and seal it, as well as around the wheel well when I'm done, because you can see from the other side over there, you can see some light coming through. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but yeah, I'm gonna caulk it up. So I decided to put a little silicone around this before putting it in. That way maybe help keep some of that moisture from getting behind it. And I'm going to do the same with the rest of the pieces. Did it with that one as well. That is the flush valve. I just got to put it back together. But yeah, I actually used a little alcohol on that to remove that silicone. Looks like I removed some of the powder coat. I hope that's going to be okay. But tip for you, don't use any alcohol on it. It was actually denatured alcohol. So don't do that. Also, I used all new stainless steel screws to put it back together. Hopefully that'll help. All right, so I got everything hooked up. I was able to reach up through that 3.5-inch hole that I made to tighten up the fittings in there. See in there, yeah. And so now I'm not going to seal around this one because I want this one to be able to drain water in case it leaks. So I'm about to just put that little plate over that and put some stainless steel screws in it. And I need to rivet back on the door, of course. But then I'll be done. So this is the finished product, yeah. With my filter hooked up, of course. And yeah, it looks pretty good there. I've been caulked around these up here just to kind of keep dust and dirt out as much as possible. But it looks pretty good. And I did do the box on this side as well, just to show you. So I just keep a couple little things in there, but there it is. Like I said, caulked right there. Looks good.